Good morning and welcome back to Montenegro after spending 48 hours exploring supposedly Europe's boringest capital city. We are about to embark on a 7-day adventure around the entire country. We are about to pick up a retro camper van and are going to explore everything from medieval old towns, Europe's deepest canyon, islands, hopefully some wild camping, national parks, glacial lakes, and everything in between. We're actually incredibly lucky because of the size of the country. From the capital, it will only take around an hour to get to the coast and an hour to get to the mountains. We actually have to check out of our hotel, jump in a taxi and pick up our retro camper van from just outside the capital city. We have done this previously 5 years ago in New Zealand and it all went wrong, so fingers crossed I can learn to drive on the wrong side of the road. Let's do this. Can we now say that we are testing van life?
Oh, I am beyond excited. You know, when we did this in New Zealand, all we ever wanted was a little home on wheels, you know, a proper camper van. We ended up with a Mercedes Transit van that had nothing. So this one, I actually found it on Airbnb and it literally is a tiny home on wheels. Check-ins from 1 and of course we're running fashionably late.
Hello. Thank you very much. Voila. Thank you. Time to go. If you are heading to Podgorica, highly recommend Sigmund Hotel. The best of stays. Voila, thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Ah, what a greeting. Hello.
Oh my god. There she is. Oh, there he is, Blue. And this little angel, I'm so excited. I believe we're going to have a little lesson to use it because, as you can see, it's a retro camper. Blimmin' beautiful. Yes,
hello.
Nice to meet you, Molly.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, Kiki is a little bit boring, but...
Can she come with us?
Yeah.
Hi. If you want.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Are you licking me? In Blue, our 1990s Volkswagen retro camper. This is actually owned by Vukasin and Melissa, who are so cool. They basically buy campers and do them up so that you can rent them out on Airbnb and drive them around this beautiful country. How are you feeling?
I'm ready. There was quite a long explanation because this is an old vehicle.
They were very patient with us. Yeah, there's a few things you've got to do with the gear stick. It's not 100% normal. You've got to make sure the temperature of the van or the car or the home is okay. But we are heading north.
North, go,
heading north, go. Go on, driver.
I love this. Honestly, I would love to do this back home. Buy a retro camper, do it up, and just drive all the way around the world. This is a good tester, whether we can actually do this van life. Driving in this time capsule. Our first stop is about a 30-minute drive. It is Montenegro. We haven't got to go too far at all. And when we pull up, we will give you a full tour of Blue. I think I'm going to call it Chelsea. Sometimes in travel things just don't go to plan. Unfortunately, I'd love to be showing you Dermator National Park, but Chelsea Blue behind me had other ideas. About 45 minutes in, started to overheat and a leak has began underneath. I think they're actually going to send out a mechanic or a tow truck to see if they can fix it, and if not, they're so kind at Montenegro Campers, they have a plan B. They have another retro van that we can take. We're currently taking off the lid to the engine to let it cool down, but I don't know.
I feel so bad, honestly, but these things happen. That's life. I'm just grateful that it happened near where we could pull over. We still have some stunning views, and if anything, it makes me more excited to get out and explore.
We made it. That had to be the most stressful day ever, but the mechanics turned up. They fixed Chelsea and we have made it to Dermator National Park. We did plan to see a lot more and show you a lot more of the park today, but we can do that tomorrow. The good news is we found the most lovely camp to stay at for the night. This is Cantoon. We have views over a glacial lake behind me. They have a restaurant, they have horses, and this is the coolest spot I think I've ever pulled up in. Sometimes a bad thing turns into a good, and that is what today is. I cannot believe we made it.
I never doubted Blue or Chelsea for a minute, but now let's give you a comprehensive tour, and she's pretty impressive, I must admit. Okay, first things first, we have all of our storage in here. We have knives and forks, pots and pans, and in these little slidey drawers we have spare water and gas, so should you want to make your coffee in the morning, or if you are free camping, you can do your cooking there. And then we have a fridge, so get some nice €1 beersies and we can pop them in there. Now this, actually I'll do this bit first. This is
our table.
A table. This is actually original that comes with it. So now I just have to work out how to put it down. I think I'll leave it for a sec because I'm actually going to have to pull the bed out at some point. We have a full bed that retracts here. We've got our pillows and duvets, all of our curtains, more storage in the back, and I did notice we had a toilet roll, which is very handy.
Oh, and there is a sink.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We have a sink.
How did I get that out?
The side bit, if you pull it out.
I think this is the fun with van life, is that everything
you learn on the go.
Is an adventure. So I think you have to be quite forceful. That's the thing.
Oh, there it is.
This is really, really blooming cool. That is our sink.
The expectation was to get here around 2-3 p.m. It is now nearly 8 o'clock, but they do have a stunning on-site restaurant where we can get our dinner, have a few ice cold beers because they are definitely needed today, see the horses that are playing in the field, and then get up tomorrow, start again fresh, and show you Dermator National Park.
Just a disclaimer, this is actually how campers dress. I've had to get changed and it doesn't match because the temperature is massively dropped here in the national park. It's like 18 and that feels really chilly after doing 37, but our plans were...
I think that shows how high we are.
Yeah, that shows how far we've gone with Chelsea or Blue. Our plans were to actually wild camp, but today I think we just need some good food. So I don't want to be cooking, we just need some home cooked food, maybe a beer and a little restaurant. Hello!
You have a friend.
And a little wild dog. I can't tell you. I know normally this is like the highlight of our day, but I feel like this absolutely is because it's so well deserved. Well done you, actually, for driving on these roads. They are very interesting, very beautiful. But I'm so pleased to be here. This place, what's it called? Ketun Camp, something like that. It's just outside of the town. Perfect location. It's got horses and an ethno restaurant to give us some good home cooked food.
This is the most needed beer. Oh, hello. Of my life. Oh, that is so good. We're now around 1,500 meters up. So like Molly said, it's pretty cold, 18 degrees, a little bit chilly. Food on the way in a traditional mountain restaurant. Gively.
Yeah.
Good morning. Today is a new day here in Dermator National Park, home to the highest point in all of Montenegro and 18 glacial lakes. We ended up having a feast last night. We had some cevapi, some mountain potatoes, some bread, some ivar, and a few beers to calm the nerves. That actually cost €5 per person and €8 for the campervan. So €18 for the night, and we checked out bright and early to make up for lost time yesterday. And we are currently on the Dermator Ring Road, around a 70-kilometer road that goes throughout the mountains, glacial lakes, and everything in between. I mean, look at this. Look at this backdrop. Look at Chelsea. Montenegro, what a place.
Today's plan is to drive a bit of the ring road. We're going to pop into the main town, which I think is called Zabjak, and pick up some supplies because yesterday was a Sunday and all the shops were closed. I definitely need some €1 beers and some snacks. And then later this afternoon, we're hoping to partake in some zip lining. So it should be a very exciting day.
Honestly, these views are out of this world. Is this Switzerland? And you want to pull up I'm stopping again. Like, look at this view. Let the child go.
Honestly, who knew Montenegro had mountains like this? Alps. You know, we've driven 2 minutes from our camp that we found last night and we are greeted with these views. It's just incredible.
That is the charm of Montenegro. In the winter, you can go skiing in the morning, and in the afternoon, you can go for a dip in the sea and have an ice cold cocktail. Honestly, it's such a stunning road. It's just like cut into the edge of the mountains. Sheer drops either side. It is one lane. Classic Balkan. There isn't really room for 2 cars, but you just go with it. This has got to be one of Europe's most dangerous but most beautiful roads. Look at that. Wow, them serpentine roads were something else, but welcome to Sedlo Mountain Pass. This is the highest through road in the entire country, and you have uninterrupted views of the mountains, the peaks of Dermator. Honestly, my heart on that road the whole time was, it was in my mouth, but to make it to a spot like this, a view like this, so worth it.
Once you actually get to this point, you do have to buy a national park entrance ticket from one of the rangers. It's €5 each, and from here most people will actually just follow the ring road. I think it takes about 2 hours. What we're actually going to do, because we don't really want to pass too much further, we haven't got the time today, we're going to turn around and head back that way. We can use our national park tickets and check out some of the lakes, hopefully.
on flat land, and boy does it feel good. We have just parked up and we are heading to Corne Jezero, Black Lake, the highlight of Dermator National Park. We've actually parked up quite a way back, so we have a bit of a hike because we wanted to get the free parking before the visitor centre, and I'm hoping that our ticket that we bought on the ring road will give us access to the lake. I need to swim.
We are in, I think. We've gone past the visitor centre. They didn't even ask us for our tickets, so that was pointless. Oh my god, this looks like a fairy tale. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's like something you'd find in Switzerland or Canada. It's giving me that sort of vibes. It's so incredibly blue. Now, even though it's called the Black Lake, the reason why is because it's surrounded by the pine tree forest and they kind of shade it and make it look black. But at the minute we just have the perfect sunlight, giving it that blue crystal glow. It looks incredibly inviting, but people have told us it's a bit chilly.
This is out of this world. Look at the colour of this lake. This was the thing that we were most looking forward to when heading to the north of Montenegro, and we're actually lucky because in the summer months there are actually two lakes and there's a little walkway right in the middle. And I mean, like Molly said, it looks inviting, but this is a glacial lake, so I'm presuming it's pretty cold. But we have, are we getting in? We have brought our bikinis.
I've been the first one to brave it, and what I will say is you get stuck in the mud. It's very like boggy here. It's not as cold as I was expecting either. I think you really need to get out into the middle, but I don't really
no one else
doing
is.
that. No one else is doing that, so I feel like I'm just going to paddle in the mud.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from a glacial lake, but it's not this at the moment. Like Molly said, very, very warm, very muddy. It's difficult to get out into the middle to actually swim. You can rent a few boats and go on like a romantic, you would romantically row me, wouldn't you, Molly, across the beautiful glacial lake. There's a restaurant where you can get some food, a couple of beers, and you can just do hikes. You can walk all the way around the perimeter of this. I think it's about 4 kilometers. But for me, come, have a paddle, sunbathe, and take in them views. Look at them peaks behind me. Switzerland, right? So the Black Lake might be the most famous spot in all of Dermator, but I think we have found a much better, much quieter alternative where we can drive Chelsea right down to the lakefront, have some lunch, have some beers, and relax for the day. Shively.
Shively, this is much better. We were actually recommended at Devil's Lake by Montenegro campers, and they certainly knew the best spot. This is what we were looking for, you know, just pulling up and being able to access the lake without having to pay parking and entrance fees. We actually did stop at Zabalak, which is like the main town. So we managed to pick up our supplies in the supermarket, and this will be us for the afternoon.
When I knew we were going to have the camper van for the week, this is what I wanted. I wanted spots like this where you can drive down, be on a beach, be on a lake, or something impressive, you know, rather than just parking in a car park. A little bit more natural. But for lunch we have got bread, salami, ivar and kaimak. The perfect Balkan lunch. And I know one thing for certain, I will be going for a swim. Now this is the perfect, look at that, Balkan sandwich.
So good, isn't it?
So good, fresh,
Fall over your face.
from the Montenegro mountains. Okay, now I understand what they mean when they say glacial lakes. That is absolutely freezing. Oh, you can feel the mud.
Yeah, I know. Getting stuck in the mud.
Oh, I'm literally stuck in the mud. I actually think I prefer this lake to the other one. There's hardly anyone here. Like I said, you can pull up. We've had our lunch. Oh, should I do it? It's not deep enough yet. You've got to do it. No, it's too cold. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it takes your breath away. Oh, that is cold. That is shocking. But refreshing. And after around a 25-minute drive through more glacial lakes, mountain roads, we have made it to the Tara River Canyon. This is actually Europe's deepest canyon and the second deepest in the world, behind only the Grand Blooming Canyon. And the star of the show? Look at that engineering. This was pre World War II.
This bridge is honestly so stunning. It's called Derdovica Tara Bridge, and it actually connects the two sides of the canyon. Now in the background you might be able to hear some odd noises, and that is because there are multiple different zip lines that you can do in and around the bridge, and we are doing one. We are doing the extreme zip line, which I believe is the longest and the fastest.
365 meters long. This was actually finished in 1940, and part of it was actually destroyed during World War II and was then, of course, subsequently rebuilt. But the views, oh my gosh, the Tara River below. We've actually seen the Tara River once before in Serbia, but let me run across the road. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Molly, there's a camp down there.
I know, there's a few camps.
We need to find a camp for tonight.
How are you getting down there though?
This road?
Woof.
That doesn't look fun. Vala, thank you.
And to the front.
Yep, sure, will do.
Thank you very much, Vala. Montenegro's longest zip line. The length of that bridge. I don't know what I'm doing.
This is absolutely insane. I'm not sure you can see, but it literally crosses the valley. This is the longest zip line, the fastest zip line, and I can definitely see why. I'm nervous.
Vala,
Let's get it up there.
you do this every day?
Yes, yes. From season, yes.
Oh wow.
But
And how fast is this one?
you will took more than 100 km per hour.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, said to your followers, this zip line of 2 kilometers.
There we go. You
1
said it.
kilometer and 50 meters, not too full, but 2.
Molly, you're going first.
And if you reach to the end, just kick that back in the end, and that's
Yeah. So legs.
down
Down.
all the time. Just before the end, legs together and up.
Okay. You ready, Molly?
No.
Me neither. I've forgotten everything.
Okay. You can sit.
Oh
Legs up.
wow. Up like this?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Just to leave the platform.
Yep.
Just to leave. Legs
Oh.
down.
I'm scared.
Down?
Like standing.
scared.
Like this?
Legs up, legs
Like
up,
this?
Molly.
Legs up?
Legs down.
Like this?
Yeah, my
No,
legs are
down like standing.
Down.
Like this?
Perfect. Like this.
Like this?
And just before the end, legs
Yeah.
together and up.
Like
3,
this.
2, 1,
Yeah.
go.
Like this.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Whoa, that is so fast. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh. It's chafing me. Vala. Wow. You good, Molly?
No.
Me neither. I've never been on one so fast. Wow, Vala. Oh, we can see the photo. Vala, thank you. Wow. We just went zooming past the bridge. I don't know how much you saw because I had to hold on with both hands.
No, we were swinging.
No way. Ah, look at us.
Oh my god, I still haven't got my like normal body clock back. I'm so sweaty.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Vala, thank you very much. Wow. I think there are around 3 different zipline companies here. But if you want the real experience, I don't even think I managed to film much of that because it was so quick. It was like pulling my hand away. Extreme Zipline Tara. Look, that's how you're going to find them. Unbelievable. We now need to find somewhere to camp for the night. Zivali.
Shively, this is well deserved. Wow.
Join a beer with Montenegro's answer. It's the Harry Potter bridge. Right. Look at that. What a view. Not Molly, the bridge. Good morning from the Tara River Canyon. I think I'm still recovering from the most exhilarating, scary, fast zipline I have ever done, but we were actually very lucky. We found a camp that was just on the other side of the famous bridge, and it is stunning. It has views of the canyon, of the bridge itself, and it was only about a 10-minute walk to town, so we walked across, enjoyed a couple of ice cold drinks, and we're up bright and early this morning. This was only 20 euros a night to camp here. Look at this view. Look at this. This is this morning's setup, and we're actually using Camp for Night. Highly recommend downloading the app. It shows you all the camps in the area, free parking spots, and it's been really handy. And we found this on there, which has been an incredible stay, but I have to indulge, get ready to embark on the longest drive of the journey today. We're going to head out of Dermator, Tara, the mountains, and head back down south to Lake Skadar. Camp life. These mountain roads, honestly, the views are absolutely stunning, but they are incredibly dangerous. One, they are very narrow. Two, Montenegrins might be the worst drivers. Here we go, look, watch. There they go again. And then every now and then a car comes down the other lane and we're like inches from these other cars crashing. And around 3.5 hours later, we have made it to Skadar Lake, the Balkans' largest lake, 2/3 of which are in Montenegro and the other third in Albania. We actually found this free little spot right next to the lake to park for the night. Well, we've been told by the 5-star resort behind us that we can stay here for the night. So we've dropped the car and we are off exploring the Balkans' largest lake.
It's actually a great parking spot. We can actually use the facilities of the hotel. I think they said there's like a sky bar and there's a restaurant, and also it's our first bit of wild camping, but what a spot. We are literally right down on the beginning of the lake. This is where all of the boat tours come. Later on we're going to do a boat tour, probably going to do some kayaking. It's just a beautiful spot and we've saved 20 euro.
sure what I was expecting from the small town of Pizar, but it has a lot more than I was expecting. Of course, you come here mainly for that, Lake Skadar, but it is lined with bars, restaurants, souvenir shops, and even an old Yugoslavian war memorial and a 5-star hotel.
It would be rude when you're in at Lake Skadar to not have a drink on a boat. This looks really, really cool.
Živeli.
Our first time trying a mammoth beer. I have no idea what it is. It's nice. It's quite light, very light. Thank you.
Thank you.
I really wasn't expecting this to be such a touristy town. You've got the fortress, there's so many other things to do within the centre, and you're 30 minutes from Podgorica and you're 30 minutes from the seaside. As much as sitting in the town and enjoying a beer is lovely, the main reason you do come here is for Skadar Lake, and we're actually heading on a boat trip with Old Bridge Tours, and I can't lie, I'm very excited. You can have a few different options, so there's wooden boats and then there's motor boats, you can kayak, but we decided to go with them with their little wooden boat.
Traditional.
I'm very excited. Traditional wooden boat.
Vlad, hello.
Nice to meet
Matt,
you.
nice to meet you.
We're so excited, but it's so hot, right?
Yes.
Have a nice trip.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Vala.
Our boat. This is amazing. Okie dokie, here we go.
Are you in?
Yes, I'm in. Oh,
Look at this.
look at this. We have pebble. Oh my god, that is the cutest thing ever. We've got snacks, we've got our wooden boat, and we are ready. How long are we going to be going for?
Yes.
How long?
2 hours.
2 hours. Woohoo! This is so exciting.
Oh wow, rakia?
That is like we are used to like old bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
So
no,
it's rakia.
Rakia, yes.
Is it strong?
40 degrees.
Is it pear? Plum?
Plum.
You know that's the strong one.
Maybe little for
A
us.
Little,
for me,
little.
please. This is the best way
Vala.
to be greeted, isn't it? Vala.
Vala, thank you.
Cheers, Živeli.
Živeli.
Oh my god, I'm scared. Is it nice though?
Yes.
Yeah.
5 years old.
Oh, it's actually quite sweet. It's not too strong.
No.
It's nice.
Because 5 years old and during the time stay in the wooden barrel.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
You can taste it very like oaky, smoky.
Like a whiskey, yes.
Yeah, it is like a whiskey. It's like a rakia whiskey. That is lovely. And this is our traditional boat from Skadar Lake, a chun. And we are going to be travelling along the waterways and the lake for the next couple of hours. Stunning. Honestly, this is out of this world. This so far I would say is my highlight in Montenegro, on a traditional boat going along the lake, the waterways, the small canals that come about. And behind me is actually Lysendra's fortress, dating back to around the 15th century, and really the only way to access it and see it properly now is by being on Lake Skadar. Just look at it, look at this. It almost looks fake, it looks photoshopped. You think of the beaches and the coast of Montenegro, but the lakes, they're winning so far.
This is honestly so peaceful and definitely the best time of the day. Vladislav was telling us that if you come during sort of midday, it's just full of tourists, because I believe a lot of people don't actually choose to stay in Pizar. So
Which I can't believe.
Yeah, I can't believe it. So we've come, you know, at 5 PM and there doesn't seem to be many other boats along the lake. And look at this. going through tiny little canals. It's just beautiful.
Can you hear that? Oh, there's a water snake.
No, there's not.
Yeah. There's a water snake right now, look. Oh, wow.
It looks pretty scary.
Can you see that? Oh, look at that.
That's so cool.
You might not have captured that on the camera. I was saying, can you hear that? The sound of birds, because Skadar Lake is home to Europe's biggest bird reserve. So when you come here, make sure you have your binoculars, make sure you have your book, because there are all different types of species, even some pelicans. And just like I said, just take this all in. It's special. Voila. Homemade.
5 years old, wooden barrel, very cute.
Delicious. Queen of Skadar.
Oh my god! And
Like
you just did that?
a kingdom family.
Thank you. How do I look?
No.
Oh no. Quick. Put it
Watch
on
the
my
wind.
Head. Put it on my head.
You have to hold it.
Okay. Wait, the wind is a bit windy right now.
I feel like I could take this home. Go out at night in London with a lily pad on my head. Not crazy at all. And the best way to cool down in the hot Montenegrin sun is to get in Skadar Lake. This is as fresh as it gets. Are you in? Look at that backdrop. Honestly, there's islands in here. This almost looks like Thailand. It looks like a long-tail boat. Oh, in the lake. It's quite warm, but very refreshing. My friend, thank you so much. Thank you.
That's amazing. It
Have a
was
nice
so
trip.
good. Thank you so much.
Have a nice time in Montenegro.
Yeah, I'm
Vala,
sure
vala.
we will. Vala.
Well, that was the highlight of Montenegro so far. Old bridge tours. I would highly recommend them if you are in the Lake Skadar area. So knowledgeable, and they were handing out rakia like it was water, but that was our first night. Wild camping, and it was some experience. We actually got up bright and early this morning and left the Lake Skadar area to make it to what makes Montenegro so famous, its coastline. But that was an amazing first 3 days, seeing mountains, glacial lakes, canyons, and everything in between. And it wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have our retro 1990s camper blue. It's given us a freedom that we would never normally have, and what they've done at Montenegro Camper is so unique, doing up the 4 retro camper vans, and you see parts of the country that you'd probably never see. Montenegro's north, the part that is very much overlooked. But the next few days, 4 days that we have left, will be us showing you the beauty of Montenegro's coastline. We will see you in the next one.